Hey guys, recently I received a request for a video to create a how-to, basically how to edit files and retexture files in Arma 2. Now this is actually a very simple process, but unfortunately there isn't much online about it. So the main two programs that you're going to need is a PBO manager, which is right here. This is what I have, and TextView 2, and then an editing program. I use Photoshop. You can also use Gimp. There are other free programs online. I'm going to list some in the description below, but I think Photoshop is the best way to go with this. The best way to go, well, the best way just to edit files. So let's start with this. The first thing you're gonna have to do is open a PBO manager. Okay, this will open this file like this. Then you're gonna place this file, open file, and what you're gonna find is where your files are, basically. So for me, I go to this PC, local disk F, Arma 2 shit. That's not actually funny enough, that isn't there. Then you go to Steam Apps, Common, Arma 2 Operation 2 Arrowhead. I go to Arma 2 Operation Arrowhead. Then I have @ilg. This is my add-ons folder, add-ons, and as you can see, these are all the files that are in this folder. Of course, there might be some in ILG and in Arma 2. That depends on what you're looking for. Now, for example, a very good example of this would be Sigma. So I know that this file type is file folder seal underscore Sigma. I can't find it. Typical. Sigma, seal underscore Sigma, as you can see, and all that I have to do is press open. This will load for a second depending how big the file is. As you can see, then I'll find all of these cars. There's 440 CUDA, Barracuda, Challenger, Civic, which there's also some work I need to do, so I'm gonna actually use Civic kind of as an example. Next, I would suggest making a little folder, maybe on your desktop. That's the easiest way to do it, with all your files. Seal Sigma, as you can see here, Civic, and this is my Civic folder where I actually changed things before. And here are all the Civic things. So Civic would be kind of, so let me just make a new folder here. Civic 2.0. Basically this folder is just to show you guys how to move things over. Move this here, and I have this PBO manager. Now Civic, let's say I want you to select this file. I'll just hit Control C, Control V. And there we go, all my files are here, Civic. And as you can see, all my files that I'm going to edit are here, and this Civic file is still here. So you can still play with game right now. These files on the left are not going to be changed by the files on the right. We close this. That's enough. We don't need that anymore. And now we have these PAC or PAC or PAA files. Hey, there we go. There's a file like PAA. So now what we're going to use is TextView 2, since these files you cannot use in Photoshop or any other editing program that I'm aware of. So for example, I would like to change the civic.pac file. I'll drag it over to TextView 2. This is a shortcut. Open with TextView 2 MFC application. You can get all of this in Armaholic. As you can see, this is my already edited Honda Civic. There's some bumper stickers, I didn't add those. There's some ricer mirrors, some sticker bombs, fuel cap, and this is the file that I wish to edit. So here I can go back, Civic 2.0. I can create a file called new folder, Civic changes. That's what I want to call the files that I'm going to change. And then I hit file, save as, and I'm going to change here, save as type, all files, and at the end, .png. And then I'm gonna go to save. You should first change the file name and the file format, because sometimes it kind of glitches out and won't let you save it all, which is kind of frustrating. So I suggest first changing the file type and file name, and then throwing it into the file. The best way is actually not to change the file name at all, just add a PNG at the end. As you can see, the Civic changes, and we have our Civic over here. So now we can take it, drag it over to Photoshop, and Photoshop will open. And here we go. This is Photoshop. This is our Photoshop file. If you don't know how to use Photoshop, there's many different applications and many tutorials on how to use it. You can see I can zoom in, zoom out, and then after I'm done, what I'm gonna go ahead and do is hit File again, Save As, Civic.png. We're gonna save as a PNG again. Save. Civic.png already exists. Do you want to replace it? Yes, I do. Okay. I will then minimize, or actually close this. This isn't needed anymore. It's being saved in the background. Thank you. Go. It's saved. And now this file, what we want to do is move it back into the PBO manager and eventually make it a normal file again and put it back into our game. So what we're going to do is take this, the Civic file that we changed, and move it into TextView 2. and this is going to open the PNG file now. And we go File, Save As, and this is basically all we're doing is putting this, the same thing we just did, in reverse order. And because it is a PAA file originally, as you can see, this is the no, it isn't. It's a PAC file, civic.pac. So we're gonna add civic. So we're gonna go here, textures, civic.pac. We're gonna go up a folder and we're gonna press save. And civ.pac already. Do we want to replace it? Yes, we do want to replace it. And this will save. Not very quickly, but it'll save. Close. And now that it's closed, this is the new file, and this is the file that we're gonna put back in. Then we open our PBO manager again.
User in your channel timed out.
And since Sigma is already selected, we can close this. And as you can see, it's going to up at the top of the screen because these are files that we recently edited. And since we searched for it, it's going to be up there. It's all complicated. This seems complicated. Don't worry, it isn't that bad. You open CL Sigma, and there we go. We have CL Sigma again. Now the interesting thing, if we want to move this file, say separately, just this file,
user entered your
we
channel.
can do Control C, Control V. This will take a little while because of the, it's a file, Then take this file, we can drag it over to the Civic. That's going to load. And then in the Civic, we're going to have this file already inserted. Civic.pac. It's going to automatically replace. It's going to know where you want it to go. And literally, that's all. Since this file is now in Civic, it's going to be a Civic.pac. It's going to automatically replace the previous file. That's how cool it is. It's so simple. And then we just press close. And then we can go into game and we can see how the file looks like. To spawn files in, of course, you can check. You can go for the editor. You have to spawn a character in, then spawn an empty vehicle. It's all very simple. If you do not know how to do it, you can either come on the TeamSpeak. Someone will explain it. The TeamSpeak to our server is down below. And if you don't, you can just Google it. That's actually probably the simplest step out there. Now we're gonna close this, and that's it. We're done. We retextured the file. Keep in mind there might be errors and there might be things that you've done wrong. If that does occur, feel free to contact me. There's more people on the TeamSpeak server on LG that do retexturing, and a lot of them are willing to help. That's it. If you have any questions, please do leave a comment. I'll try to answer it as quickly as possible. And thanks for watching.